Evening boxing talks. I'm talking about the evening boxing talks. Man, these dudes love to use my name for shit, I'm telling you. In the span of a week, I think I've been called out 5 times. I've had the good fortune of responding to at least 2 of those call outs. I think it was Ahmed that showed me Johnny Boxing, I think that's his name, John Boxing or something, that he made some kind of video. And I couldn't listen to all of it because it was just a lot of contrived bullshit. He's mad that I talked about what Oscar De La Hoya said. He's trying to make it seem like I said that. I'm not the one that said it did 90,000, you idiot. That's why I put Oscar in the thumbnail. If you're too stupid to understand that, it's not my problem. Keep making videos about me. You're giving me free publicity. Lennox. It's my dude, man. Shout out to Lennox. And I'm gonna open up the chat to everybody. I just had a couple of things on my mind. Earlier today, I think his name is Nike Check Boxing, or is it Checkers? Checker Burger Boxing, something. Some check some shit. Check some shit. Talking about he want to debate me. Like, bruh, I ain't AAA league. You think I'm going to be talking to somebody as fucking stupid and ignorant as you for free? If you want any of my time, there'd be some money involved. You got to do it on my channel. And y'all know, I don't play unfair. I'm not unfair. I give everybody an even amount of time to speak. I don't mute people. I don't play those childish games. I don't shout over people. I don't do none of that goofy shit that you want to do, because that's probably what you're looking for. You're looking for like a shouting match or something. Like, bro, like, fuck. This ain't Pee-wee football, bro. This ain't the AAA league. All right? Fuck, I look like in the time that I'm wasting talking to you on someone else's channel, I could be turning over a profit right here on mine. And more people would see it anyway. So how much sense does that make? Nothing against anybody, but I'm just saying that I mute these people because I don't want to see them or talk to them. So if I'm still seeing that, oh, you tagging me, all right, well, it's going to cost something. It's going to cost somebody something, because I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. You want my time. I don't want yours. I don't need yours. Your time ain't money. Mine's is. Brown going one. What's good? Yeah. Sequivia Sloth. Mark. Carlos Valenciano. What's good? Willie Lynch. Ow. Luis Mosqueda. Carlos Valenciano. Ay. Paro qua. Like, these cats is wild to me. Like, they act like I don't know, like, as I gather, once again, and it's not me being egotistical, because I'm not like that. I'm saying that for these people to come at me the way they do, the only inference I can make, because I don't talk to them, is that they must follow me or something, because they come in with all these emotions already. They already mad. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? Who is this? Like, there was another dude, B Levity, the dude has a picture of a sparkler as his profile picture, and I'm like, I don't even talk to this person. Why are they trying to condescend? Like, I don't talk to you. I don't know what you think about anything, because I don't talk to you, follow you. I'm like, Leo, all the way from Chile. Powerhouse. Ow! But that's for anybody that wants my time, you can come here and get it. Come and get it. Everybody knows I don't play those childish games. I'm not gonna talk over you or I don't know, try to scream at you or any of those things. Nah, I mean, if you want to debate, sure. I gave Minimax a debate. I gave him. He asked for one. Okay, I could do that. I gave Jack a debate. He said he wanted a debate. Okay, I got time. I'm not gonna. I mean, there's no little kids over here, essentially. I've seen what else is out there. I don't have time for the kids stuff. Like, kidding me? It's big time shit. This is Jerry's house. You understand that shit? It's Jerry's house, Jerry's altar. I don't got time for you pee-wee football kids. Like, y'all wildin'. Y'all better call each other out. Leave me out that shit. Don't call me out. I'll respond quick. Exactly, Powerhouse. They gotta stay in the child place. Like, they wildin'. Like, fuck you calling me out for, bro? I go live like at least 2 times a week. Sometimes more than that. If you wanna, I don't know, debate something or something, I'm here. That ain't even that. That's the other thing, Leo. It's not even that. It's not me wanting nothing. They want my time. I don't know who these people are. I don't follow them. I don't talk to them. I don't know what they think about boxing 100% of the time. And if I did, I wouldn't care. I don't care. They want my time because my time is valuable. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, and they are the filth under the refrigerator. I don't need their time. They need mine. Exactly, Joey Rizzo. This is grown people shit. Like, there was like some guy, I was just on Twitter, I think his name was Q Monster. He was trying to say that Bob Arum won't make fights with PBC fighters based on what he said in May of last year. But we all know that in May of last year, we were 2 months into the shutdown. This is the kind of childish shit they want to come to me with? It's like, seriously, dog? Yes, Bob said that. 2 months into the lockdown. Like, what are you, like, are you a moron? And I'm not going to argue once. Again, I'm not going to argue. I'm going to hit that good old mute button. And whatever you say about me, yo, dog, I'm not going to see it anyway. So go ahead. Take your shots. Pew, pew. What, the guy with the balding cop? That he used to be a cop and now he thinks he's a militant something? Like, seriously, dog. Like, who is that? I don't have time for this shit. It's like people that are still arguing about Fury and Wilder. Waste your own time with that shit because that's what Fury and Wilder are doing with your time, with your energy. They're wasting it. I'm turning over a profit from them wasting your time. Literally. I can recap and encapsulate and try to make it entertaining, but essentially I'm turning over a profit from how Wilder and Fury are wasting all of your time while you kill each other over which one of them is a bigger con man. Ridiculous. There are forces in this universe. Those are the forces that created me, that made me. You understand? I am a force of nature. You are but humans, mortals on a little blue planet fighting for your peace. I am above you. Willie Lynch, appreciate that, bro. Some content creators are petty and try to dig up stupid stuff because they are bored and have nothing. No, I mean, look, a lot of these people that have this axe to grind with me, I don't talk to any of these people. I don't follow any of these people, right? So I can only make the inference that these people must follow me because they seem to know a lot about me and a lot about what I'm saying, but I know next to nothing about them. And that's not me. Once again, I'm not being egotistical. That's dead serious. I don't follow none of these people. I don't know who they are. And I don't care who they are. Now, we're going to have the good fortune this upcoming Monday of speaking to none other than the IBF 140-pound champion, Mary from Gary McGee. That's right. I'm looking forward to that. She's a very spicy character, reigning champion. She's got a tune-up fight coming up, and hopefully after that we get a unification match between Mary from Gary and Chantel Cameron from Northamptonshire. I'm looking forward to that. Very excellent boxers, the both of them. Very excellent. They love fake internet because those dudes is like, yo, look, I see a lot of what goes on, and I try not to judge what other people choose to do with their time. I try not, like, I don't need to be involved. You don't need to know what I think, and I don't need to chime in. I let people be. I'm in my lane. I don't worry about shit. I'm in my lane. They come to me with that shit. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I must really affect you that you go out of your way the way that you do to come at me, because I don't pay you no mind. Appreciate that, Napoli. What it do, Jules? Mavis Bree. Oh, God, that's an excellent fucking fight. That is such a great fucking fight. Because Lawrence finally has a jab. He's finally using his height, using his reach. He's with Shane McGuigan, so he's got a great corner. And he's using his jab to throw straight shots. The thing is, even if you're throwing straight shots at Mavis Briedis, Dorticos throws straight shots. He has arguably the best 1-2, if not one of the best 1-2s in the cruiserweight division. And that shit did not bother Mavis Briedis at all. So it's going to take more than usage of the lead hand, straight shots, and trying to manage the distance to beat this guy. That is an excellent fucking fight. And I love that Lawrence wants that fight, because right after he beat Glavatsky, he called him out himself. And he's been saying it the whole time, like, yo, why is Maris Briedis calling out Jake Paul when I'm right here? Why is he not calling me out? Why are you calling out a YouTuber? Call me out. And I agree with that shit. A lot of energy from Mavis Briedis went into them Jake Paul call-outs, knowing full well Jake ain't gonna fight you. Like, he not dumb, he not crazy. That dude is not gonna fight you. He probably don't even know you. But if he does know you, he really ain't gonna fight you. Principles over COVID sales pitches, man. Shit is wild, dog. Like, fuckers want my goddamn time. I don't want theirs. Shit is wild to me, man. Like, if they want to have a debate, you know the place, you know the time. Same bad place, same bad channel. What you want me to do? Go to your shit so that you could get a little bit of views? Fuck out of here. Issa Bales, what's good? Russ Pettit, what's good? Carlos Mendoza, Lance Meyer, ow! Spotlight Flight 123, ow! They see your, I once again, this right here, this is a comment, because I actually believe this, bro. I actually believe that they look to see what one person is saying, and they're just looking at it so that they could say the opposite, because they think that it's at all cute or charming to be contrarians. Go be a contrarian over there. I don't care what you think about boxing or boxing matches. I didn't fucking ask you. That's how I be feeling. Because they come up to me like, I'm like, I don't give a shit what you're talking about. Go talk about it over there. Dr. Mofongo! The levels on this con. Did you see the Peter Fury interview? No, I got to give that a look. I definitely got to give that a look. I think O'Coley got body work to get Briedis. I don't know how developed the body work is, because what he really beat Glavatsky with was usage of the jab and the straight shots. Remember, Lawrence was an octopus not that long ago. Lawrence was leaning in on guys and clinching guys and rolling punches off the shoulder. It's not a style that someone that tall and that long needs. Like, you tall, you got height, you got reach, you got power. Whenever you connect, you hurt the guy. You need to get them straight shots out of there. You don't need to be that close to the guy. There's been a lot of idiot arguments on Twitter, and you telling me, bro. You telling me. They killing each other over Fury and Wilder. I don't give a shit about they fight. Like, they killing each other over that shit. I don't care about they fight. How do you see? I actually think Gassiev could be a force. I don't know that he could win a title. Let's be honest with each other. I don't know that Gassiev could win a title, but imagine Gassiev versus Babic. Gassiev versus Arslanbek Makhmudov. Tell me that shit is not spicy as shit. Gassiev is something, and I've said it on previous videos, that Abel Sanchez says a lot of dumb shit. But one thing he said is true. Gassiev might have a better heavyweight run than Usyk, even though Usyk was a better cruiserweight. Appreciate that, Danny Omega. It's weird how there is almost no noise for Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. I love that fight. Excellent fight. Shout out to Jermel Charlo. Shout out to Brian Castano for being willing to do that, for choosing to fight each other instead of staying away from each other. It's an excellent fight. I don't think people are giving Brian the credit or I should say, I don't think they're viewing him in the light that they should. In my eyes, he's more durable than Jason Rosario. He's a shorter fighter, so he has a lower center of gravity. That means Jermell is going to have to punch down to hit him, give up a little bit of that height. And Brian is more busy. He's a more busy puncher than Jermell Charlo. So you're going to be looking at, it might be a thing where Jermell is looking to sharpshoot and throw singles, whereas Brian's trying to throw punches and bunches and crowd Jermell. It's going to be very interesting seeing how he deals with that style, because he's not as big a target as Rosario was. With Rosario, you can't really miss him. He's going to be there. But with Brian, he's shorter, he hunkers down, and you got to punch down to hit him. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going to save that, Willie Lynch. I'm going to save that for Friday. I'm going to do a fight breakdown on Friday. I don't want to give it away because, I got a lot of thoughts on that fight and what it means moving forward. But at minimum, what you need to know is, even if Brian is an underdog with the bookies, don't look past him. Don't look past him. Now I'm going to shoot the link for my guys out there. I saw that Beats was cooking. Beats was cooking yesterday, man. Beats was fucking furious yesterday talking to that dude. And I don't blame him, because you lose patience talking to people like that, which is why I don't want to talk to people like that. It's going to get my blood pressure all up. Like, nah, I don't need, it's not my job to help make you smarter. Well, everybody knew that COVID shit was bullshit, bro. Everybody knew that was bullshit. That dude don't got no fucking COVID. That dude don't got no COVID, bro. What's better than winning a gold medal at the right? Thank you, 1 foot out the door, because that's how I look at that shit. Me arguing with them, I might as well be enrolled in the Special Olympics. No offense to anybody, but I might as well be. Well, let me see. Get Gonzalo in here, get Leo in here. I don't know what's going on with my joint. It's moving kind of slow. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try to get you all in here.
Hey, Julius. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Leo. I don't know if Julius can hear us. I don't think he can.
Okay, we'll go like that.
But hello to everybody in the chat.
Ring IQ, what do you think about Michael? I think Michael Kofi is a durable guy that has some interesting fights. He has very good hand speed. He looked good against, I think that was Darmani Rock. He impressed me. I know he's not the youngest guy, but there's some really good fights out there for him. Really good fights out there for him. Like, I could go for Michael Kofi versus Trevor Bryan. I don't think it'll happen because Trevor got the Reggie belt, and he probably going to act Hasadiddy with everybody. All right, what's good, gentlemen?
How you doing, Julie? What's up, Frenchman?
Am I not? Hello. Where's the volume? Can I hear y'all? Is y'all mics working, or am I missing something?
My mic's working, brother. Can you hear me?
No, he can't hear us.
I don't think they're talking.
It's his sound. It's his sound. He's not able to hear us, though.
Hold on. Give me a second, gentlemen.
How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you? Who are you? I don't recognize the voice.
My name is Chris. I was on Boxing Beats and Ron's channel a couple of times. I've been
okay, on man. Channels. Chris Mathias?
Yeah.
How's it going, man? I hope you're well. Now I recognize. Once you say Chris, there's only a few Chris's I can go through.
Yeah. Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. Who do you have winning? I've been going back and forth with Jermell by stoppage or Brian Castano winning by decision, because if Brian can't take Jermell's power, I think Brian is going to get taken out of there pretty quickly because he comes in straight lines. Sure, he's a good amateur. He was a good amateur. He's a really good fighter. I'm not discounting his chances.
He's a world champion.
He is. But I think Michelle Sorrell beat him. And I also do think that, he hasn't faced the quality of fighters that Jermell Charlo's been facing. But if he can take Jermell Charlo's power, Jermell's in there for a long time because Brian can do a couple things. He can go forward and he can fight backwards. And he looks like he has a very good endurance and he's very physically strong.
I'm looking forward to him, man. I've got Jamel on points. Close 7-5 kind of deal, maybe even a 6-6 card in there. I think you're spot on about the straight lines with Castano, but the other thing that Castano does do well is he has a beautiful dip out to his side, and he's very evasive of lead uppercuts. So that's something that's strong in a fight against someone like Mel, because that's some of Mel's strongest points. Mel also, he doesn't like being pushed back. If you notice a lot of his fights, he prefers to be able to double you back up and be able to push off you. But when he's actually being pressured, he can lose rounds. Take, for example, against Tony Harrison when he was being pressured. He did get the stoppage. Rosario, he was losing rounds. So,
but Jamel can actually box. When he was under Ronnie Shields, and also certain aspects in the Rosario fight, he was on his back foot. Sure, he was losing rounds, but he wasn't not losing too many rounds. He's actually doing pretty well on the back foot if push come to shove. But like, I don't think Castano shot for shot hits harder than Rosario.
I don't either, but I do think he's smarter and more educated with his feet.
That is true. Very good footwork. And the thing is, with a lot of Argentine
and more durable.
They're very fucking strong and durable. Like fucking strong as shit.
Mm-hmm. So this will be a. Where did Julius go? He's like vanished off planet Earth.
You fell asleep again.
What's up, Leo?
You fell asleep.
No. He's just letting us know that we can do the talking for him, so he can make money.
Yeah, is what. Mark, say if Jake Paul were to slump Mars Briedis, would you ever watch boxing ever again in the cruiserweight division if Jake Paul knocked out Mars Briedis?
Of course.
I would laugh.
That's not humanly possible to happen.
Hey, this weird shit. I don't think Jake Paul will ever knock out Mars Briedis. But hey, if that were to happen, I would laugh my ass off.
Bro, I would take out 150 mortgages and bet it on Mars Briedis.
Me too. But hey, if Mars Briedis gets slumped, I'll laugh. But that would never happen. Did you see the weigh-in? Jake Paul, a big boy, man. I didn't know he was that big. I ain't gonna hold you. Tyrone Woodley is a big 170. Jake Paul looks like considerably bigger than him.
But Tyrone Woodley is a 170, and Jake is a cruiser.
I think Tyrone can knock Jake clean the fuck out, like cold.
We'll see. It hasn't been a great run of results recently for Tyrone.
That is true.
All right.
That is funny. But hey,
can you hear us, Julius?
Yeah, no, I can't. Give me a second. Let me add the stream.
What's up, Frenchman?
Chilling, man. I'm just like, I'll be like, yo, motherfuckers will make you feel special hating you. You feel me? Like, motherfucker make you feel like you for real a star or some shit. How much time they spend hate? Like, bro, I don't even know who these fucking people are. Like, why am I getting tagged to your shit? Like, why am I part of a conversation that you having? Fuck out of here, B.
Niggas is weird, bro. Niggas is weird. It's the internet. The internet really makes some weird ass niggas. But before anything, you really French, bro? Like, I was surprised yesterday.
Nah, I ain't French. I lied. I'm fucking Dominican, bro.
Niggas French? I was like, no. I thought you was Dominican or some other shit, bro.
No, yeah, I'm Dominican, bro. Like, I lied, but I ain't gonna lie. Them French fighters, man. I like French girl ones. I like the girl French fighters, B.
Yeah, but I like. There's been some good French fighters across the time, like across the years, like Jean-Marc Marmec, Michel Soro, and shit.
Marmec is the dude that hate for it. He the hard fighter. I remember that shit.
Yeah, that nigga used to go through some real wars. He got beat up by O'Neal Bell and knocked out by like David Hay.
But shit, yo, like I just like really, I be trying to be on my mature shit on Twitter because I'm like, yo, you know what? If I'm really trying to grow the channel and all this extra shit, I can't be acting all stupid like these kids be acting. That's while I'm professional. I'm like, yo, dog, like, what if fucking like somebody like Terry Harper or Chantel Cameron sees my goofy ass arguing with these people? They gonna be like, oh, this dude is a salad. How many be arguing with these
Wow,
cats?
fam, it's a madness, yeah. It's this entire week. Mark was on the beat stream, fam. He's like, I am shocked, yeah, that Mandem can still spend an hour trying to argue Glovegate and Fury cheated a year and a half later. It's like it's intense.
You want to know what it is, Lennox? You want to know what it is? It's spending
Nah.
years on this platform dealing with the same stupidity for years. You grow a tolerance and a patience threshold that's ungodly.
Bruh, I don't even understand though. You lot know it's like literally just the three of you that I interact with. It's like you beats and Julius. That's it, yeah.
And I'm
Man,
I don't
getting on
blame
my
you,
Lennox.
Lennox.
No,
These
listen, I'm
niggas are
getting on my Lennox shit. I'm getting on my Lennox shit because he's on some shit. Most motherfuckers don't realize Lennox is not going to talk to everybody. That's for real. Like, he's not going to talk to everybody. He's not going to argue with everybody. Because it's like, bro, like, if I know better, I don't need you to know because I know better. I don't need you to know. I'm not going to sit here arguing with the shit and trying to convince you. Like, if you believe that goofy ass shit, then go ahead. Believe that shit. It's just
yes.
just don't come around May with that bullshit.
And you know it's madness, yeah. You know, a man really try to argue the whole Fury COVID thing, and I love the fact that you know what's really annoying is the fact that the promoters and the outfits now think that we're all dense. That a man, like I don't care what you know, yeah, or what you don't know. There's one thing, yeah, a virus does not clear your system in 10 days, fam. It takes
no.
sometimes 3 months for someone to test negative. So you lot are telling me, yeah, that the CDC and yo, fam, it's just a madness. Beyond that, here's one thing that I mean, that I know, yeah, that there is what I'm just gonna call it a ledger, yeah, for all the athletes, especially those fighting in this thing. So if a man tests positive, he goes right in there. If you're a pro fighter, you have access to see who and who's capped. You get me.
Lennox,
I'm not. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have to say this. Here's my thing, right? He had it for a week, right? So the fight gets pushed back 2 weeks, maybe 3. Give him a little. October.
Exactly.
October.
Nobody's dumb, like bro. Nobody's dumb. It's like they're relying because they know, and I'm not man, but it is the truth. The average American is a fucking idiot. They don't think.
Retard. They're fucking retarded. Just keep it a buck. They're retarded.
Like the dude that beats with that dude is a more like you don't know that. Gloves are handled. The gloves are handled by the commission, right? The gloves are handled by the commission before and after the fight. So if the horse was moved, right, all you got to do if you Team Wilder is request to see the fucking gloves, bro. Like it's not complicated. None of it is complicated. If you think that the gloves or that something was done to the gloves, I think go to the commission. Tell your lawyers to see if they could get to inspect the gloves or some freak shit. You could do that. Or if you don't trust the commission, okay, then back to Nevada. That don't make no sense. You going right? Think about it, Lennox. If you don't trust the Nevada State Athletic Commission, then why? You could go to fucking Madison Square Garden. The New York State Athletic Commission is the most strict one.
You get me? You know what's funny? Yeah, you know what's funny is that this is all being done by American fighters who are always quick to talk about how they won't fight on the road because they don't trust the commissions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
fucking bonkers, bro.
So it's funny. You know it's funny. JD's was in this man's locker room. So if you don't trust the Nevada State Athletic Commission, you must not trust JD's either. Like this is annoying, bro.
Hang on.
But the response to that is every time you bring it up. Honestly, every time.
Keep the bullshit. He's a job. That
when you
motherfucker
bring up
wouldn't have a job. If it's me, I'm like, yo, we gotta fire this motherfucker because
when you bring up the JD's thing to them, though, they're like, "Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that." Well, we need to.
Well, you know,
Yeah, we do.
I got time for and that's the shit that I'm like, yo, why I'ma talk? I'm not like, listen, man, I ain't gonna talk to no corn Tuscaloosa hillbilly motherfucker that don't wanna like you don't understand that what you saying is stupid, you corn pole motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
Guys, I have a question. Let's say, for sake of the argument, someone threw a Mickey on Wilder's water.
Mm-hmm.
How you can imply fury in that? How?
Well, let's put it this way. How would them finding a substance in Wilder's system implicate?
Let's say a roofie.
All right.
Yeah.
And now this is the thing. If there were actually evidence of that, then I would believe Wilder a little more. Honestly, I would, because foul play is foul play, and once you can constitute that, now we're cooking with rice. The reality of it is I'm wondering if there is a roofie in this man's system. Why didn't Vada report on it when he went to the hospital?
Julie,
After the fight. Hold on. When he went to the hospital after the fight, and they ran because I'm pretty sure they had to run some kind of blood work, some kind of something. Why didn't none of that come up? Now go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I was going to say, if that was really the case, if he got his water spiked, where's the toxicology report? Where's the things? Where is the legitimate evidence that you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt this happened to you? This is nonsense.
Exactly.
Well, you can't.
Well, it's that and look, I'm not going to say a lot, but I'm going to say a little. All right, I'm not going to say a lot, but I'm going to say a little. If you could prove any of what, there is no third fight. This is assault and battery. We're looking at felony charges because drugging somebody, that's a felony, right? Concealing something in your mouth, that's a felony. Your boxing license could be revoked for the rest of your motherfucking life. If
That's
you can
fact.
prove,
It would be. It would be.
You know
100%.
this. What's that kid that his eyes got all fucked up because of that fight with
Billy
Conor
Collins
Mullins?
Jr.? Billy Collins Jr. and Louis Resto. Louis Resto was a guy who took out the padding in his horsehair gloves, and that's the reason why commissions now expect gloves. They took out the padding, and Louis Resto had beat the dog shit out of Billy Collins Jr., and that's the reason why that happened.
It's like if you could constitute, if you could, and this is why I try to believe it or not, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. But you've had over a year to come forward with all this shit, and you still haven't. The only thing you've done is pursue another fight. So either you the dumbest motherfucker, or you don't actually believe none of this shit. Or maybe you want to believe it, but you ain't got no proof. Either way, it's going to be a third fight. And that's how I know. I'm like, yo, prove this dude did something to them gloves. His boxing license is finished. The outcome of the fight gets overturned. And in all likelihood, the WBC would give you the title back. Without when Franchon Cruz saw that the Jimenez bitch had pegs in her system, what they did? They reversed the outcome and gave her. It's not complicated.
I gotta ask you this, Julius. Why is this fight being pushed back to October 9th? What's this all about in terms of October 9th?
You know what the real reason
Ticket
is,
sales, bro.
Yeah, you know what the real reason is, bro. They want more time to promote it, and they want the Brits to be able to fly in. Don't believe that. That's what it's all about. The arbitrator ruled till July 24th. There wasn't that much time to promote the fight, but here's the kicker. I don't believe they ever wanted to have the fight on 24th, not based on who was going to broadcast the fight in the UK, because we didn't even know. Was it going to be BT, or was they going to bring it over to Fight TV to bill it as a pay-per-view? We don't know. There's that you like, wait a minute, why wasn't all of this ironed out already? We was think
Am I-
about it. We was 2 weeks away from the fight date when this shit. 2 weeks away from the fight date, we don't know who the UK broadcaster is.
That is true. If Anthony Joshua did half this bullshit, I mean half of this nonsense, I swear everybody would be on his ass. Why is this hatred for Anthony Joshua, bro? Like it's just like
Because
for once
he's
and for all.
fucking winner. Because like, look, it ain't no bullshit. It's for real. Okay, the kid's got his looks. He's got talent. He's got money. They don't like that he be winning and he has chip on his shoulder. That's what Katie. Everybody want to get fucking mad at Katie whenever she picks somebody, but she can't pick 10 people at the same time. She can only fight one person at a time. The same with fight one of y'all at a time. And so as soon as he pick one person, another person gonna be mad at that shit. And it's like, yo, dog, what are you doing though? It's career about fighting me. You base your year on me. That's fucked up because I don't base my year on you. That's fucked up.
You
Do
think
something
AJ fucking
else.
these niggas bitches? Like
I
you
mean,
think AJ
it wouldn't surprise me. He
it
fucked
would
Con
be
bitch,
either.
didn't he? He
I
fucked
think so.
Con bitch.
I think but she probably gave it up to him smooth too, real smooth. No nothing.
Real shit. Like they just don't like that kid. They think that he has it easy, and you know what it really is. Yo, look, it's that, and I'm not knocking nobody. I like to call that the Cain and Abel syndrome. That's what I call that. That you think this person when really that's just how it is, bro. That's the wavelength they on. You can hate it or you can learn from it. Some people they choose to hate it. You choose to hate that shit. Make yourself better. Nah, they don't. You want to hate? I ain't the hate, bro. This is why y'all got to do all this clown shit to sell this clown ass trilogy. Y'all got to do all this goofy shit. Motherfucking AJ is there. AJ fight the calm. The money is there. AJ fight Pavek and the money. No fuss, no muss. Make the fight.
You know what's funny is this though. AJ came out to MSG, sold out. Wilder's never sold out any place he's been at. You know, and
I
you know
know
the
that.
funny thing is, and you know the funny thing is this. This is what I always tell people. Even like I told you on the streams I've been on with you prior. They see themselves in Fury and Wilder. For the most part, that's why they may be frustrated, but they won't be so frustrated to the point that they leave. Because at the end of the day, where would they go? They're not going to go to AJ. They don't have the wavelength or the mental or spiritualness for them to, be in that amongst that energy. They don't care because at the end of the day, AJ shows them that they can't be them.
A lot of shit could get fixed if these cats would just know they role and know they place and focus on what they need to focus on is the boxing. Because if you go in there and you beat him, then you it. But both of them chose to go the other way. Both of them. The whole Fury was building yourself up to fight AJ. You went the Wilder.
Go in and out.
My fault. Let me see. Let me take this shit off real quick.
You going in and out. It's still kind of spotty.
Yeah. Hey, hold up. Mark, sing a song while I fix this shit.
No.
Hey, Mark, Hey, that's fucked up. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Mark, sing a song while I fix this shit.
No, shut your ass up and fix it. We gonna talk.
That shit is fucking
Anyone?
shit.
What's up, Chris? What's up?
What?
Hello?
That shit acting up. Let me see if my laptop gonna act normal now. Cause this shit.
Can anybody here hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Which was kind of surprising me.
I hear you.
Okay.
Hold up, I'm
Can you-
back. Business.
Now,
Yo,
let's talk
Julius,
about
mute
AJ.
yourself, bro.
All right, but hold up. Wait, don't say.
Right. Anyway, what up, Chris? What up?
There I am. There I am.
Yeah.
Now let me read some super chats. Stopping by to give my guy some love. Appreciate that truth, son. Keep on telling that truth. Respect. I dig it, bro. I saw 2 more up there. Let me get to the other ones. The same reason they hated yep, like it's the same shit. Floyd Oscar went through it. Floyd went through it. Sugar went through it. Anthony Joshua's going through it. Katie's going through it. Motherfucking Canelo's going through it. When they see somebody that they have the tools and they're ambitious, they look at themselves and realize, I don't have that. I'm not like that, and I don't have that. You have it easier than me, because really what you really saying is you're better than me. You feel inferior next to this person. For all the shit Jarrell Miller said about Anthony Joshua, look at how it all turned out. Look at how it all turned out. You were projecting your inadequacies on another person. That's what you were.
All facts.
He gotta be on something. He gotta know you on something, motherfucker. You was on everything. You was Jean Pascal.
You was on Pascal with facts. You know, I was watching the Marsh Briedis fight versus Alexander Usyk, and I say this: AJ lands that right hand on Usyk, it's game over, and it's game over in a major way.
Yeah,
Briedis was landing that right hand, that 1-2, over and over and over again. And Briedis got some pretty long arms, like a 78-inch reach. Imagine Joshua with his height and his speed.
Well, this is the thing. Wait a minute. Now, Briedis, the thing about that fight is that Briedis is a shorter fighter than Usyk. Briedis is about 6'1", maybe 6'2", to Usyk, who's about 6'3". Briedis has shorter arms than Anthony Joshua, and what makes it a different fight is Joshua's dimensions. Believe it or not, it makes it easier for him to work around than Briedis. A guy that's eye level, if you want to hit him, you got to get close enough that he can hit you because his arms are so fucking short. Whereas with a taller guy, you got a lower center of gravity. You could get under his hooks. You could just stay, you could get under his straight shots. Like a lot of fighters that I spoke to, they said that dealing with a shorter fighter is actually harder than dealing with a taller fighter.
That's a fact.
It's harder to find their body too, especially if they crouch down.
All right, Hustle, what's good, Hustle? Long time no speak.
Yo, what's up?
Ain't shit, man. I'm over here feeling like a superstar because all these people, it'll make their day. I think it would make their week if they could talk to me or argue with me like that. It make me feel like, and I know I'm not nothing special, but I must be special to their ass that they dedicate so much of their time. Hey, fuck Julius. Fuck Ring IQ. He don't know shit. Fucking hate him, yo. Boss Squad, yo. Boss Squad. October, yo. We getting it back in black, yo.
Yeah.
Fucking yo, I didn't even realize I was on camera doing all that wild shit. I gotta look at that. I gotta watch that back.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wasn't the first fight in October or the second fight?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the third fight of this scripted melodrama is in October, and like I don't give a shit. Like I'm not buying that fight. Like
Well,
no, I'm not.
But the past fight was in October as well, right?
No, the you talking about the first fight? I think the first fight was towards the end of the year in October. The second fight was in February.
I think it was December.
Okay.
Yeah. It might have been in December actually. It might have been in December. And but it wasn't in October. The second fight wasn't in October, and to me, it's kind of like, look, I'm not Inspector Gadget for all the hipsters that like to say, oh, boxing fans try to be lawyers and doctors. Listen, bro, I ain't being none of that. All I'm telling you is when I look at it, I just see y'all wanted more time to promote it. That's all I see. Y'all wanted more time to promote it.
It's gonna be difficult without Wilder speaking in press conference.
The whole fucking point of everybody tuning into that press conference was to see what Wilder would do. And what does he do? Nothing.
That's cap. Everyone wanted to see Christina Pancha find us.
That's true.
That's
That
cap.
is true. That is
That's
true.
cap.
And she a MILF. She's I
Fine
can't
ass
be.
oval
I
face
gotta
ass.
stay professional. I can't talk like that. I can't talk
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
you're right. You're right. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I gotta stay professional. I can't be talking like that. But
Because that
yeah,
New York come out of you real quickly though.
yeah. Like I
Get
just,
niggas
you know
about
what
the
I mean?
whole press conference thing with Wilder.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, yo, bro, Hustle, we all waited for that press conference to see, even people like me that are not going to buy the fight. I don't know how everybody here feels about the fight, whether or not they want to spend their money on it. But I tuned into the press conference. I waited that 34 minutes because remember they kept us waiting for 34 minutes before it actually started, that it was supposed to start at a certain time. And it took a half hour and 4 minutes for them to finally kick it off. And I'm like, yo, so we waited just to see this dude be quiet? This dude is a clown, bro. Like, got time for that shit. I don't have time for that shit. I just know that on Twitter, I feel real fucking special because everybody fake wants smoke. Like, bro, listen. And this is, let me go to the big camera. Let me go to the big shit. Hold on. So that because I know they watching. They're always watching me. All right? Check this shit. If you want to debate me, I'm not coming to your channel. Nobody is at your channel. I'm not going to come to your channel. If you want any of my time, you have
Tell
to
them to
come
cash
here.
app you.
Cash at me. Cash at me, all right? If you want my time, you have to come here. Why the fuck would I come to you? I don't even follow any of you guys. Why would I come to you? And that's motherfucking that. Got time for this goofy shit.
I gotta ask you, why does Andre Ward keep talking about heavyweights in their business? Like Andre Ward was talking all this greasy shit about AJ. He didn't want to fight him. He was talking all this shit about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder caught the rematch, but he didn't ever call Deontay Wilder out for a fight. I gotta keep it objective here. Like Deontay Wilder, for all the nonsense he does, he never really, when it comes down to really fighting fighters, like when you contracted to fight, not the AJ shit, but other fighters, he does fight. Like I did believe that he wanted a rematch with Tyson Fury because he didn't want to fight. He did not want to fight Anthony Joshua, contrary to what he's been saying. But like Andre Ward always has some real snide comments, and I hope people realize that. Like, what's good with Andre Ward?
I think it's because remember Andre Ward in his career when he was active, he was always very guarded. He was never brash. He never said a lot. Y'all seen the press y'all seen the face-to-face with Carl Froch. Carl, he gonna make it fun. He gonna make it entertaining. He gonna say a bunch of shit, and some of that shit.
I think it was all a facade, though. I think it was a
that's what I'm getting to. That it was a facade because now that he's retired and he doesn't have to be held accountable to whatever he says that much. Now he's talking more. He's saying more shit, that the kind of shit that he wouldn't have said when he was a pro because, well, you don't want it to come back and bite you in the ass. But when you're a commentator, that's your job. You got to have some hot takes. And his takes, some of them shit's kind of hot.
Yeah, but like the AJ thing, this is his fight. This is his last fight against Kovalev. They said, like, we see flaws in AJ. Okay, cool. Back that up then. AJ sent him that contract, and no, he didn't want that. Oh, he's a big heavyweight. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Let's keep it a buck. Like, yo, you can put your hand up like that. I understand what you're saying. I understand, people talking, people do this, that, the third. But Andre Ward always talks about that smoke, and for the most part, he has. And you wanted to do something that Roy didn't do, right? Roy Jones Jr. is an idol. Hey, go do it.
This is why, like Ward, what happened with Ward and Anthony Joshua reminds me of what Tony Bellew said about Deontay Wilder. It was all motherfucking good. And at the Klitschko fight, Joshua Klitschko, you was standing next to him and then you realized, nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Bruh, Lunga Makabu dropped him early in a fight for the WBC.
With that left hand.
Yeah, like
clean.
So imagine if Wilder. I don't buy into Wilder being one of the biggest punchers in history, but he's definitely a big enough puncher that he'll knock your motherfucking ass out. He'll knock your ass out, Tony. And
I'm
Tony
not
knew
saying
that
he's a
shit.
historically. I'm not saying he's a historically big puncher, but Wilder hit hard. Fuck all the silly shit.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I can't say, the way Wilder do be hitting dudes, like I know Lakovic was past his prime, way past his prime. But how he hit Lakovic, not even Shannon Briggs can do that. That's scary power, bro. I don't care what anybody say. Nobody gonna run up on Wilder in a street fight, though. I tell you that.
That's what
Nobody
I'm
gonna run up
saying.
on
And
him
like
at all.
he got next to that dude, and this is some shit. I seen this play out. I've seen this play out when I was a child. It was one of our friends. He run his mouth about this other kid. And then when that other kid finally got in front of him, I seen my man shrink. Like I seen the shit like, wow, your spirit is just curling into a ball
Mad
right
butt,
now.
super butt,
Yeah,
super butt.
Tony said all that shit, and that shit sounded good, and it probably felt good. But when he got in front of that dude, you realize, like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit.
Like
Just
Black
like
Rob
Ward.
said.
Just
Like
like
Black
Ward.
Rob said. Like Black Rob said. I love how all that good shit sound, but I dare you.
Yeah, like it's like Ward. Like, bro, look, you wasn't a big puncher at super middleweight, and you wasn't a big puncher at light heavyweight. Imagine you trying to put a dent in this guy. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like Roy was able to do it because he was athletically gifted. He had the speed, the quickness, and the angles that he could work around the situation. But even that was with John Ruiz. It wasn't like that was Lennox. It wasn't even like that was Ray Mercer. If it was Ray Mercer, that'd been some real shit. Because it's like, man, Ray, he merciless. Ray merciless, man. See what he did, Tommy Morrison? Shit.
Yeah, dog. What he did to Ty Morrison was some scary shit. If he would have did that to Ray Mercer, that would have been like, all right, Roy, you really, really, really that nigga. You super god. You're not
That would have
Superman,
been
super god.
that would have been the battle. That would have been, you could have called that the Civil War because they was part of the same Olympic team, Roy and Ray
And they're both from
Riddick.
Florida too.
Yeah, like that. That would have been.
Go
ahead, Gonzalo.
Can I bring up another point now that you guys are speaking? When the going got tough for Andre Ward and then big fights, he had to wrestle and tussle against men his own size. Imagine if the going got tough at heavyweights, he would have to wrestle and tussle against bigger men, giant men. So
his whole shit was inside fighting. So it's like, bro, you inside
Imagine
fighting.
Joshua uppercutting him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, it was just never feasible, dog. It was never feasible.
Yeah, and in the first Andrew Ward versus Kovalev fight, if you see the first 2 rounds of the fight, you can see Andrew Ward trying to fight in the middle range with Kovalev, and he got knocked down.
Kovalev jab was in his face. I still say to this day, Sergey Kovalev won that first fight. I don't care what anybody says. He landed the hardest shots. He put his combinations together. And like I thought Andre Ward was going to win 12-0. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Andre Ward was going to win 12-0 because I've seen Andre Ward against big punchers, and I've seen Andre Ward outthink people. I've seen Andre Ward do a lot of things in that ring. When Kovalev just controlled him with that jab and that 1-2, I said, wow. I said, like, Kovalev is nicer than what we thought. But Kovalev's mentality, he imploded. He imploded, and plus the alcoholism, and plus he wasn't good to the body. One thing that won Andre Ward both his fights was the body work against Kovalev. But yeah, like Leo said, in the middle of the ring, from long range, where someone can extend your jab to the furthest extent, Sergey Kovalev was creaming Andre Ward, and I never expected that. I said, wow.
Yeah, and that knockdown in the first match, in the first fight, was a counter punch. It wasn't even like battering him with multiple shots. He timed it, and he countered with a straight right, and he dropped him.
It's certain.
What, Chris?
His signal's going in and out. Who's Lance Meyer? He trying real hard to get attention. Lance, just because you doing that, now you're not going to get a link. If you really wanted to get on this panel, politeness would have got you there. Attention seeking won't. But yeah, yo, I'm like, look, certain shit I don't think about too long. Like Bellew versus Wilder, there were actually people at that time that made breakdown videos, and I remember I was in the Facebook groups a lot more during that time than YouTube. And there was people breaking, and I'm like, why y'all breaking down a fight that y'all know ain't gonna happen? That shit ain't gonna happen. Just like there were people that were breaking down Ward versus Joshua, and I'm like, why y'all do it? Y'all gonna make a whole breakdown video about a fucking fight that ain't even gonna happen. That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's a waste of motherfucking time. I'm still stuck on. Hold on. Go ahead.
My bad, bro. I think my service went out. What were you talking about? People breaking down a fight that would never happen.
Oh, the motherfucking Bellew and Wilder and Joshua and Andre Ward fight. There was like legit people making breakdown, and I'm like, why y'all doing that? That shit is not gonna happen. None of them shits is gonna happen. Shit. Why you think I don't make fucking Crawford versus Spence breakdowns? That shit ain't going. That shit is not going. Like, man, for what, bro? For what? Now, if they gonna fight, then we gonna do that. But if they ain't finna fight, man, I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time breaking down no fucking fight that ain't about to happen.
Yeah. What do you think about Terence Crawford as prospects? I don't think he should sign with PBC because I think Al's gonna give him the runaround because we already know that Earl Spence wants to move up to 154. I don't think Al is going to try to respect Terence as an independent agent,
what Devin is doing. Do what Devin is doing. Devin is staying a free agent for the time being, right? That doesn't mean
I don't think Al's going to respect that in terms of his commodity.
That's what I'm saying. That if I'm Crawford, what I do is I come to you as a free agent to see what you got for me. I'm gonna see what you got for me. And I don't want to hear no bullshit because you know why I'm coming to you. I'm not coming to you for A, B, C, and D. I'm coming to you for A. And if you ain't talking about A, then you not talking. All right? I'm not here to accommodate Spencer's fans. I'm not here to accommodate you. I'm here for what I want. And if you're not talking about what I want, I'm out. I'm out. It's that simple. Because I'm not here to be one of your puppets. You see the Canelo shit? I said this months ago, bro, that watch what they're going to do. They're going to try to use Caleb to get Canelo to be on some multi. And it's like, yo, dog, Canelo is not trying to be one of your puppets. He want his freedom. You don't want to respect that shit. He's not trying to be one of your puppets, bro. He's here for Caleb's belt. He's not here to do your bidding. He's here for Caleb's belt. And if you got something else he want, we'll talk about that after. Because you they boss. You not my boss. You they boss. They answer to you. You gonna have to answer to me, or you don't get an answer. Because I don't need you. I could go over there and fight B-Ball, you motherfucker. I'll fight Zach Parker at the O2 Arena, you motherfucker. Stop me. You need me.
Why is Al Heyman on that type of bullshit though?
Because his you want the real answer? Because his fighters aren't that good. And he knows it.
I don't believe so.
No, I'm serious.
I think there's some real.
No, it's that, bro. It is that. You're not just gonna beat up. Hold on. You're not just gonna beat up my guy Caleb on some other side of the street. In other words, why would you act this way if you believed that Caleb could win? Then why would you act this way? You're acting this way because you know he'll lose. So it's a question of, well, for him losing on the zone, at least let him lose here so I can make some money off it. Because if I send him to you, yeah, he's going to lose. He loses here, he loses there, he loses everywhere. But if you want my guy, I need to make some money off of it because he's going to lose.
I don't think Caleb whack, though.
I don't think he whack.
And honestly,
go ahead, Gonzalo.
That benefits Caleb Plant. That benefits Caleb Plant because in the end of the day, if he would have bypassed Plant Canelo because of like Al Heyman, look, Plant would have to face a fighter like David Benavidez or David Morrell Jr. Then he would have lost the belt, because Al Heyman, in the end of the day, making an in-house fight, giving the belt to a better fighter like Benavidez or David Morrell, those guys stand a better chance against Canelo.
Exactly.
So they were kind of like, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, Plant, you go ahead. If you lose, you still make money. And now Heyman, he gave him that chance.
Y eso fue lo que yo dije hace mucho tiempo, que if things go sideways, no te sorprenda if they feed Plant to Benavidez because they like his chances more against Canelo. They don't like Plant's chances against Canelo. But if things don't work out, which is possible, lo que hacemos, Plant versus Benavidez, Fox pay-per-view, and then when Benavidez beats him, okay, ahora now we're going to have David call out Canelo. Like, hey, Canelo, I got the belt now. You still want it? Still want it?
Exactly.
I don't think David. I don't think Canelo would actually fight David Benavidez. I think that's a fight that Canelo can actually lose.
I think so too. It's possible.
Because for all the fuck shit that David Benavidez does, he's very talented. He hits hard and he puts his hands in combination. For a big guy at 168, because he's a big 168, that dude can look like he might end up finishing his career at 200 pounds. For a big 160, for big 168, he puts his hands together. He can fight, but the thing is with him, sometimes he can be defensively irresponsible. And I think Canelo can time that. But Canelo, for how good he is, he's gonna come a point in time he's gonna be too little. And I think David Benavidez will be that guy, because if you look at Caleb Plant was a small 160. I thought Caleb Plant could make 154 if you really look at him. Like Caleb Plant comparative to Canelo's this massive compared to him. But now when Canelo has to fight some guy who has that same type of size or even bigger, who knows? Because for all Canelo's greatness, Canelo has a lot of hole in him. Canelo does play catch weight games, and he does play weight games.
We can't say that. You know why we can't say that? This is why, and I did change my stance on this, right? I don't believe it was Canelo implementing the catch weights. I believe it was Golden Boy, because since he left, no catch weights. No catch weights.
You do understand this. There was weight clauses in
Don't accept them. Don't accept them. I don't see this is we have a different mentality. Like this is my mentality. This is my mentality. If the deal is bad, then don't fucking take it. But don't take it and then cry about it. That's my thing. Don't cry about it. It was there before you signed. You knew about it. Don't turn around and act brand new. Like when people bring me the Danny Jacobs shit, that shit really bakes my motherfucking noodle. Because I'm like, don't tell me that 10 pounds, a 10-pound rehydration clause is the difference between winning and losing, when there was a rehydration clause in the Derevyanchenko fight. The IBF always has a 10-pound rehydration clause. The only difference between this fight and that fight is that the clause is coming from Canelo, but it's the same thing. 10-pound rehydration clause. He's the A side. It's never been different. Don't act brand new, because that's why this bullshit is going on. Do you believe in yourself?
And now that you say that, you bring up Oscar De La Hoya, it seems that he's always been a little nervous to pit his fighters in against tougher competition. If you think about Ryan Garcia, he was a little wary. I don't know if it's the drugs that bring that he was doing that bring that little bit of inhibition or fear factor. I mean, he's not the worst. There's other promoters for other reasons that might do the same. Don't want to pit their fighters in tough.
And but look at that's the impression I got. A good chunk of Wilder's shitty fucking resume was at Golden Boy. Me gusta el Munguia. A mí me gusta. I like Munguia. Don't get me wrong. Whenever he fights, I'm watching because he's entertaining. Pero tú ves que they still moving him very slow. Like, it's still slow. El resume de Ryan Garcia, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? You should have fought Javier Fortuna. What are we talking about?
But can I give you a retort to going back to Canelo? Now, that is true. For the most part, Golden Boy did put a lot of clauses in there for Canelo in terms of certain fighters. But if you're Canelo and if you know you that nice, you don't have to do that. He didn't do that for certain people.
Now wait. You see that now he's not doing that. And bear in mind, he's not an old man. Well, like he 35, 30 something. No, he's still a young guy and he taking control, right? And he not even doing that shit. Like everybody, like my whole thing is there has to be accountability on both sides.
That is a fact.
Sergey, don't bitch about it because you accepted it. It goes back to the Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano shit, right? For all the bitching and the moaning and the crying and the peeing and the shitting, you accepted that. And now you reneging. That's what you doing. For all the shit you saying, you reneging though. You the one that's reneging. If it was bad, why you accepted it?
I
But
have
you
a question
damned if you do, you
about.
damned if you don't.
I have a
'Cause
question about
Sorry about that.
rehydration clauses.
Mm-hmm.
They go for the both fighters.
I don't believe so. I don't know that, but I don't believe so. I believe it's a one-way rehydration clause.
Oh, okay.
My problem
That's
is
unconscionable. That's very unconscionable. You know that.
I dig it. I understand. It's just that my thing is, look, it's like the wildest shit. It's like the wildest shit. All right. Oh, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. Listen, the cheating that you talking about is from 2015, 2014. That's what you talking about. You walked in there with that motherfucker in 2018. So don't cry about it now. The shit the Nandrolone, the Martin Carefoot, the Wild Boar, all of that shit is from years ago. The cheating didn't bother you when you was signing that contract, right? So why I gotta bother you now? It didn't
Because he
bother your
didn't
family.
win. You're right.
Do we hear about you? Why we don't hear about how Luis Ortiz tested positive for Nandrolone, right? Why not? Because you knocked him out. So your problem is not that he was a cheater or that he was a sketchy person. Your problem is that he beat your motherfucking ass. That's your problem.
But you do understand this. The first time, the initial time that they were supposed to fight Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, they didn't fight because Luis Ortiz failed that. They had to reschedule it the first time.
I remember,
That
and
is
they said that, and this is what I mean. That it's like, look, don't talk to me about Dillian and then try to sell me Luis Ortiz. They both
That's
have
a
been,
fact.
they both have tested positive for things. Never mind whose story you believe. They both tested positive for things. His resume is still better than Luis Ortiz's resume, regardless of whatever. Povetkin, he tested positive for meldonium and aspirin. Luis Ortiz tested positive for nandrolone and a masking agent. At the end of the day, Povetkin still has the better resume. So
Period,
miss me
point
with
blank.
the shit. Your problem is not that Fury is sketchy because he was always sketchy. He was sketchy 5-6 years ago. I was saying that. I don't believe that ankle shit. I don't believe that mental health shit. I don't believe none of that bullshit. I've been saying, I said that though. Those shits is still up and they up on Ring IQ Facebook. That I don't believe this dude, right? But guess what? None of that bothered you when it came time to make a fight, right? So why bother you now? Because he fucked you up?
Fury, certain things I did believe because I'm gonna go back to one of his videos when he was talking about the world. And this isn't about boxing, this is really about the world. He was talking about, how the world's turning and how bad the world is. And a lot of the things he did say was true. But then he fought Vladimir Klitschko, then he was talking about devil worshiping and everything. And he said, after I won, some real spiritual things happened to me. I can believe it that to an extent, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna talk that talk, you're gonna have to walk that walk. You can't be Bobby Hemmick one day, then you want to go back into the world the next. But like in terms of things, in terms of Fury, for the most part, I think he's been cheating for a long time, bro. For
I'm
a
gonna say this.
very
Look, I'm
long
gonna say
time.
this. It ain't even. I'm gonna say this because this is my thing, right? And this is why I always say I don't trust either of them. With Wilder, I don't know if he cheated you, but none of the signs are there. I'm sorry, it's not there. It's not. If I think about this, because most of the people that are talking about the cheating don't know the way this shit works. The only way he gets away with cheating is if the state of Nevada helped him. And if the state of Nevada helped him, how big a fucking idiot are you to have the third fight there? Like, are you a moron? Are you? The gloves are handled by the commission before and after the fight. So go look at the gloves. And if you have looked at the gloves, then all right, show the proof. Show the proof. Now, if you ain't got no proof, but you still feel like he cheated, okay, I'm still working with you. Why are you fighting in Nevada again? That it don't make sense. In no way it makes. Okay, I believe he cheated. I believe the commission helped him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push to have the fight somewhere else, anywhere else, but not in the state
And
of
I'm going to
Nevada.
sue the commission, and I'm going to sue everyone involved in my assault and battery. Period. But like, yo, bro,
Exactly.
I don't even want to talk about these dudes anymore. Like, what's the upcoming boxing that's coming up? What do you think about Jamel Charlo and Brian Castano?
Sensational. It's to me, I view it ahead of the fight as a 50-50 fight because them Argentinian fighters, not only can they give a punch, they can take a punch. Now, the work rate is on Brian's side. I believe that the power and the accuracy is on Jermel's side, but the drawback is the power and the accuracy is on Jermel's side because he don't throw that much. He picks his shots. So while you trying to pick your shots, this dude's staying off the line, moving side to side, trying to throw volume punches, trying to throw combinations. That's going to be interesting to see how Jermel deals with that. Because I remember in the Rosario fight, who I don't think is as durable as Brian. I don't think he takes a better punch than Brian. In the Rosario fight, Rosario was going hell for leather. He was throwing a lot of shit. Jermel wasn't throwing that much, and he was backing up. I picked Jermel to win that one by knockout, by the way, because Rosario is just not durable looking to me. Brian,
Yeah,
that little motherfucker looked like he could take a punch.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at his
And
nigga face, bro.
also, based on his style, he has a lot of stamina because, well, he goes in there, throws a lot of punches, and he's not like Tony Harrison, which is a tale of two fighters that lacks the stamina. He's a good fighter, Tony Harrison. That usually is winning the fights. We know he had that victory, that close win, but then later he caved in because he fell apart. Tony Harrison. Now, Brian Castano is not going to fall apart. He's going to be in there for the long run. Now, okay, given the punching power, okay, we'll give the edge to Jermel Charlo, the activity rate to Brian Castano, like you were mentioning. And when it comes down to that, because I believe they both have good beards, if Charlo can land the more eye-catching shots where they're clean and they're shaking up Castano, where he's catching the judge's attention, even though Brian might be outlanding him, who knows if the judges will look at that. You know, sometimes like fighters, they throw beautiful combinations, for lack of a better word, like Canelo, Joshua.
That they're clean.
Yep.
That they're clean and they're clear, because el lío con eso es that Brian might throw more, but if it's messy, the judges might give it to Jermel around or the rounds because it's clean, it's clear, it's eye-catching. Like if you go back and watch the Patrick Teixeira fight, yes, it's obvious that Brian is the busier puncher, and it's obvious that he's the aggressor, but the punches ain't really all that clean. Like you got to look for them to see which ones got in and which ones didn't. If you do that,
Teixeira landed some clean shots on him, real clean, and you heard him too.
And Teixeira could punch too.
Using Julius Ward's terminology por decirlo de alguna manera, Jermel is used to fight. Is a boxer puncher that used to fight other boxer punchers. Instead, Brian Castano is a pressure fighter used to fight boxer punches, because Jermel Charlo is not used to fight guys like Brian Castano.
Es verdad, eso es la verdad. El lío es, now stylistically, the boxer puncher has an advantage over the pressure fighter. Stylistically, he does.
Yeah.
But it's the levels we got to look at. Brian fought Lara. He fought Lara, all right? Don't dismiss that because it was a draw. He fucking fought Lara. It's levels to
He
this
fought
shit.
Michelle Soro, too. He fought Michelle Soro. Michelle Soro, a lot of people don't know how good that 154-pound dude from France is. Michelle Soro, he's a sleeper. There's a reason why that after Brian Castano beat him, there was no world title shots for him. because he gets in people ass. Real talk. But the thing is, going back to what you were saying.
Sorrow, nah, wait a minute. I gotta tell the whole story. With Michael Sorrow, the VADA testing and the money in escrow was the issue. Because in the first fight, what Brian Castano says happened is that he didn't get his money till a month later for their first fight. So in the second fight, what he wanted was VADA testing and he wanted to see the money in escrow first. That's why the rematch didn't happen.
You know what? You know what could go against Jermell Charlo? It could go for or against, and this is where it gets tricky. But he's got to be real smart about it, Jermell Charlo, if he believes in his power. Look, when Castano fought Brian Teixeira, Castano threw a lot of punches, and at the end of the day, Castano couldn't knock him out, to where he kind of got worn out based on the activity and the punches he was throwing. Now, we say that a lot of times it's rare that a fighter gets knockouts late. Now, I'm referring to Jermell Charlo. He's got power. But a lot of fighters nowadays, if you look, it's always happened. If you don't throw a lot of punches because you're a counter puncher and you save your power, you can end up knocking the other guy out like Canelo did to Kovalev, or like Gervonta Davis did to Mario Barrios. So you can dig yourself into a hole that, like, if you allow, like, okay, Castano to work, and he's outworking you, and he's putting the rounds in the bank, this could happen. You could put yourself in the hole, but also you could have it to where that guy is expanding his gas tank, he's getting tired, and if you're saving your power, then you can step on the gas and try to knock the other guy out.
It's the fucking Jackson. It's the Jackson fight. It's the Jackson fight. It's the Harrison fight. It's the Rosario fight. That's what like Jackson was doing good, and Jermell got him, and Rosario was doing good, and Jermell got him, and Harrison, same shit. He was doing good in the second fight. To me, he was ahead. I don't know how the judges had Jermell ahead. To me, Tony was ahead, but Jermell got him.
Tony was ahead by a lot of rounds too.
To me, he was ahead at least by 3 rounds. To me, but that's not how the judges had the shit.
Yeah, but
Teixeira he was getting bullied into a pulp. But if that's Charlo, and then Castano's throwing everything, but Charlo's keeping like that secret weapon locked and loaded, man, that could spell trouble. Even if he got a good beer or not, because he'll be worn out by the end of the day. But it comes down to chin too, also.
Te lo estoy diciendo. It's not just looking for the shot late. If you're gonna reserve the nuclear warheads, that means that round 9, round 10, start laying into them. Don't just look for a single, start laying into him. If you're gonna give him round 1 through 4, right? Like that, fuck it, let him throw, let him punch himself out. Fuck that shit, let him throw. Because my plan is to stop him late. Once it's time to turn it on, you gotta turn it all the way on, bro. You gotta let your hands go. Because if you're looking for a single shot to do it, you might not get it.
And then you still got to keep it balanced to where you're still putting in rounds in the bank, because you're, at the end of the day, if you don't knock them out, that's gonna you put yourself there, right?
That's real shit. Because to me, and I don't want to tank the fight, I really don't. But it's not like we don't know who the PBC is invested in. It's not like we don't know. It's not like, honestly, like, because I like Mel and I don't want to tank the fight, but realistically, if it's close enough that they could give it to Mel, or if they have to give it to Mel, you have to ask yourself a question. Who is your money safest with? Is your money safer with Brian, or is your money safer with Mel?
I think my money will be safer with Brian. Here's why. You do have to understand, the PBC has a very emotional, sycophantish, acolyte type of fan base. And what Jermell Charlo said about, Deontay Wilder might come back to haunt him. But now back to what you were saying about Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario. Jason threw a lot of punches, but you have to remember, Jermell Charlo's defense held up. Jermell Charlo had some pretty solid defense.
It's not even that. What I'm saying is, it's along the lines of what Gonzalo said, that if you got a guy in front of you that you know he gonna throw, go ahead, throw, bro. Go ahead and throw. Be busy. Try to be busy. My plan is to stop you late. So you need to be busy. I'm gonna let you be busy. I ain't even gonna bother you. Go ahead, throw. I'm gonna just move and stay in a high guard. Go ahead, throw. That's what he could do with Brian. He could do that with Brian. Like, I ain't even gonna mix it up with you, little guy. Go ahead, throw your shit. I'm gonna block that shit. But round 9, round 10, round 9. Don't wait till round 11 to do it. Round 9, round 10, when the fourth quarter is approaching in the fight of a 12-round championship boxing match, when that fourth quarter is approaching, or just before the third quarter ends, turn it on, and you got to turn it all the way on, because if you're looking for one punch to do it, it might not. It might not. That motherfucker's Argentinian, bro. Them motherfuckers is tough. They tough. They got beards.
Strong as shit.
Strong as
Yeah,
shit.
they call them tosudos, I believe, in Argentina. Son tosudos.
Dudes is not a fucking game over there, bro. Ese tipo que fue pa... What was that fight that just happened, bro? Con el Argentino on BT Sport that he beat the shit out of the guy. What's that Argentinian?
Jeremiah Ponce and Louis Ritson.
Mm-hmm. He beat the shit out of Louis Ritson, bro.
Yeah, I can't.
Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to end this live shortly because it's too motherfucking hot out here. It's been a pleasure. All right. Y'all be easy.
Okay.
Always
See you
good to
guys.
talk to y'all. All right.
Peace.